Hello my beautiful twin flames. This is a collective reading and I am going to bring a message from Divine Masculine towards his Divine Feminine. The readings are not gender specific, so I will say he for masculine, she for feminine, just to keep it easy. But you're going to have to take it as it resonates for you in your connection. Sometimes the roles are reversed, so again you're going to have to take it as it resonates. And thank you so much for your love and support. I'm very excited for the year ahead. And please remember, yes, for private help, that is my main focus and priority, is to really help you get where you want to go in your connection. So you need to get hold of me. My contact details are below in the description box. My links to all my platforms are below. I haven't been very active on them because I was so busy with the private help guide to bring twins into union. And for those that don't know, I married my twin in December. It was a very long and hard journey for me as well. But we got married in December. So yeah, get hold of me. My contact details are below in the description box. And all my links to all my platforms are down there as well. And please remember to like and subscribe. And click that notification bell so that you are notified when I upload new content. Alright, I actually already started this reading. Two cards were the wrong way in my deck when I took them out, and I flipped them the right way. And as I started shuffling for Divine Masculine, the exact same two cards fell out at the same time again. So I'm going to stick to that, and then something went wrong and I had to start the reading over. So I'm just going to use that same two cards to start the reading for Divine Masculine's message for Divine Feminine. And the two cards that fell out was the Seven of Swords and the Eight of Coins. Alright. And this is about deception, lying, cheating, sneaking around, for sure, maybe even something criminal that Divine Masculine got himself into trouble with. But for others, this is something legal that could be going on, or that were going on. Could be a divorce. Alright. But there's this sneaking in energy here. So for some, they were sneaking out of relationships or out of a marriage. For some of them, they were just sneaking around and could have been involved in something, criminal, or just lied, cheated, whatever the situation is for Divine Masculine. Just give me a second. My camera is doing something funny. Alright, okay, and then the other card here, the Eight of Coins, is about planning, putting in the work, probably at night. But this is planning and doing something, yeah. So for most, I feel Divine Masculine is really putting the work on themselves. And for those that had to get out of marriages or other situations, they really had to plan and sneak away out of something here. Alright, and this is the message she actually wants to bring, is Divine Feminine. So, yeah, and at the time, when he was deceiving his Divine Feminine, he was facing a crossroad. Okay, this is what Divine Masculine wants to tell his Divine Feminine. He was facing a crossroad. It was very risky at the time to go for what his heart truly desires. He could have lost everything. Alright, and I do feel a lot of it is financial. So I feel Divine Masculine ghosted the Divine Feminines, or the communication was just very off, or some of them lied, blindly just lied, sneaked out of the connection. Or was kind of just sneaking away, and the reason was it was risky. There was some kind of a risk, financial risk for Divine Masculine involved, especially if it was something legal or a divorce going on. And he really had to plan and strategize his getting away out of it, sneaking out of that situation, And Divine Masculine really needed to work on himself as well, to be able to give to his Divine Feminine what she truly deserves, to be the person she really deserves. Alright, the Emperor. So let's take a look at what is the rest of the message Divine Masculine wants to give his Divine Feminine. Please pray. What is the message from Divine Masculine? Okay, these are way too many cards. But I'm just going to go with it. You see, it would have led to Divine Masculine wants his Divine Feminine to know. He really wants to fight for this connection now. Really wants to fight for it now. But before, it would have caused a lot of battles in court, maybe, or something legal. And Divine Masculine wants his Divine Feminine to know he walked away from whatever he needed to walk away to go towards his Divine Feminine. But before he could actually get her, she walked away. Okay. And he really, 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 really wants to reconcile. He wants to come back. He wants to reconcile with you, Divine Feminine. Wants to offer you his flame, put all his eggs into one basket with you. And some Divine Masculines are planning their way to actually come towards the Divine Feminines, but for others this is literally planning a trip to see you. Divine Masculine wants to come and see you, Divine Feminine, and make you this offer and reconcile. And I do feel like Divine Masculines here, for those, the Divine Feminines that have walked away and moved on to someone else, the Divine Masculine wants you to know that they are ready to fight for this connection, and they don't care if they win or lose. But they're going to at least give it their best shot. But they are not just going to, let you walk away. Okay, so let's see. Then I've got the Four of Cups here from, this is a beautiful deck, Merkabah deck, the Four of Cups. Can you see this man seems to be choking? The Four of Cups is about, I feel communication blockage here with this Four of Cups. You see, and I want to clear my throat. And Divine Masculine here with this card, it feels like he's choking. He wants to communicate to his Divine Feminine. But let me just read from the book here. The Four of Cups upright in this deck is about contemplation. Your cup is running over with opportunities, but it's time to focus your energy inwards and meditate. Don't allow yourself to be distracted by all the noise around you. You are missing out on turning down, what is being offered. My cat is disturbing me right now, wants to come in. You've procrastinating internal growth. Okay, so this is about resting and recovering. So Divine Masculine has been resting and recovering, or trying to rest and recover after this terrible whatever legal situation it was, or walking away from something here. And I feel like Divine Masculine is literally choking on losing his Divine Feminine, choking on these truths. So I feel, and he really wants to communicate, but this choking man yet doesn't know what to say. Okay. And it doesn't mean it's a man. Then I've got the Five of Cups. This is about feeling left out in the cold, feeling abandoned, feeling rejected. Divine Masculine is really hurting with this Five of Cups here. Look at this card. Wants his Divine Feminine to know he's hurting. Can you see? I don't know if you can see. There we go. Can you see? Okay. This person is hurting. She's crying. Divine Masculine wants you to know he's hurting. He's great sadness and grief. You've suffered a great loss, and it feels as if though you'll never experience happiness again. This is what Divine Masculine wants to say to you, Divine Feminine. He doesn't know if you'll be able to feel happiness, experience happiness ever again without you. Everything hurts, and you're not sure where to go next. Divine Masculine don't know where to go. wants to come back to his divine feminine, obviously. You're constantly being told to move on, but taking a moment to sit in your grief and give it space can be the best choice. So yeah, everybody is telling divine masculine to move on, but he's unable to move on. Alright, allow yourself to feel your emotions before you force yourself to move through them. Divine masculine feels abandoned, rejected, left out in the cold, deep grief and sadness about this loss of his divine feminine. He is literally choking, doesn't know what to say, choking on his words. I feel like he's constantly trying to rehearse. I feel this rehearsal of what to say to his divine feminine, and he's just choking on what happened here. Okay, choking on the sadness as well. Alright, and then I've got the Five of Bones. The Five of Bones for divine masculine. Now the Five of Bones is your wands in other decks. Let's see what the Five of Bones is saying here. Alright, there is. Alright, this is about conflict and fighting. And I always feel like this card is feels like a lot of mind games and manipulation to me as well. But definitely fighting and conflict and wanting to win at all costs type of an energy. Alright, so divine masculine here, I don't feel like is at this stage wanting to play mind games. Alright, but divine masculine definitely no, if he communicates to his divine feminine, it's probably going to lead to conflict and fighting. And he's definitely going through an inner battle here as well, inner conflict within himself. Let's see. Okay, chaos has been released. Danger is lurking around every corner. And all great, sorry, I can't see properly here. And all creatures are at odds with each other. Conflict and fighting surround you, and it's not easy to see through the dust that has been kicked up. Instead of constantly battling everything around you, embrace each unique perspective and sit with opinions that don't match your own. Alright, so this deck is a big teaching deck actually to help you work through your shadows and face your fears. But this is what divine masculine is feeling, even with whatever he had to sneak out of, plan his way out of, it felt like divine masculine is constantly going through this conflict, and it's all around him, and he cannot escape it, and he cannot even go to his divine feminine, which is his home, where he used to feel safe. Of course, he knows it's going to create conflict and fighting with her as well. She's probably not been nice. So divine masculine is just literally in this state of grief, and he wants his divine feminine to know. He feels like he's choking. He cannot escape this sadness. He doesn't know where to go with all this pain. He wants to communicate to his divine feminine, but knows it's probably going to lead to fighting, conflict and fighting. And he wants to make this trip to make this offer and reconcile. But again, there's going to be fighting, and some divine feminine has probably moved on to someone else, and divine masculine is really ready to fight for his divine feminine, but he's tired. He feels tired and sad, and like he won't be welcomed back that his divine feminine will not be welcoming him back after what happened. But he does want to set the record straight. He does want to tell divine feminine why he did the things that he did, why he ghosted it, why he sneaked away, why he was acting sneaky and lying, and it's because the risk of coming towards his divine feminine at that stage was just too big, and for some it could have had a big financial risk involved as well. And it could have gone ugly in court, and Divine Masculine had to plan his stuff very carefully. This is what I feel. And he wants his Divine Feminine. He wants to tell his Divine Feminine that. He wants to tell his Divine Feminine that. But he's scared right now. He's scared. It's going to create conflict and fighting. Alright, so I'm going to leave it there. Divine Feminine, your Divine Masculine do want you to know they are really grieving this loss. They are really sad. They don't know what to say. They don't know how to approach you, that you will not tell them to F off. Alright, I'm going to leave it there. Remember to check the description box below for my contact details and all my links to all my platforms, email address, whatever you need is all there. So that I can actually help you. And thank you so much for your love and support. And please remember to like, share and subscribe and hit that notification bell. And I'll see you in the next video. Namaste.